Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Arz, and I'm here with UPL Season 2, Week 1. Your boy's coming for the Season 2 Cup, hopefully. I probably won't get it because this season's way more stacked than last season, but you know what, we'll try. Anyways, my first match is against GarrickTheBruce, and look at his freaking team. Look at this team. He's got Fundy Eye with the Z move. He's got Tracheon with the Z move. Freaking Volcarona, Haxorus, Gardevoir, Delmise, Empoleon, Blastoise, Type Null, Umbreon, Drapion. So looking at his team, that thing completely runs through my team besides Rome. This thing runs for me besides the God Tangela. This thing is, it seems good for him to bring against me, but honestly, it doesn't seem that good on my end. Blastoise completely runs for my team unless I bring Spadef or Aromatisse, or if I get creative with Manaphy. Delmise gets walled by Tango, which is always nice. Volcarona completely runs through my team, so I have to bring coverage on everything for it, so that doesn't sweep me. Haxorus is a threat, but luckily I do have Fortress to kind of check it, Gardevoir is actually a huge threat, and I really don't have a thing for it, because if he brings Trick Scarf, I just don't have anything to wall it. I would bring Spadef Aromatisse, but if it gets tricked, that's goodbye Aromatisse. It's also got Empoleon. Empoleon's actually a big threat because he needs to bring it to counter Manaphy, and it also gives him another rocker, but he could want to bring like some other things just because they'd be better in the matchup. Type No I'm not afraid of. It could be a threat, but I'm not too afraid of. Drapion's a bit of a threat, but I'm not too afraid of it. So here's what I brought for him. Bam! Adamant Mega Lopunny. Thank. I get to bring this first week, which is amazing. High jump kick return, high jump kick return, fake out, you know, standards. This is basically, you get high jump kick return, fake out. These are free moves that I just staples on Mega Lopunny. Then you get that one extra move that you get to have fun with. And I decided to bring Facade because Flame Body Volcarona is a big threat. But if I get burned or Toxic Spikes from Drapion, either of those, or Scald from Empoleon, and I get burnt, and I can Facade and do a ton of damage. Ooh, that'd be great. Adamant just runs through his team, and then we got another Adamant monster, Choice Banded Beatdown, because look at his team. Where Empoleon, that's not Fusion Bolt. Hello, did you say hello to that? And he just gets completely worked by it. Not many things get O-code, but just a little bit of chip, and everything's going down. And that even outspeeds Timid Gardevoir, which is great, and I don't even have to run Jolly, which is awesome. Then we got the Scarf Flex Tape, shout out to CTC, with Volt Switch, Overheat, Thunderbolt, Him Power Rock because Volcarona is a big threat, and Scarf just outspeed everything, because Thunderous, if it sets up a Nasty Plot, is a big threat, and I'd like to be able to outspeed most of his team, unless he gets up speed with Volcarona or Tracheon. And it's generally good because he doesn't have an immunity to it, which he doesn't have immunity to Volt Switch, which is great. Then we got Beef Dreams, the freaking god. Giga Drain knockoff, Ancient Power Synthesis, Ancient Power, you know, for Volcarona, and then knockoff Giga Drain just for general coverage. Then Synthesis, just a wall, and this thing actually eats up Terrakion, and like everything hits too damn well. And Regenerator, because Beef Dreams is a god. Then we got Manaphizzle, Scald, Rain Dance, Rest, Calm Mind, Max HP, Max Speed, the Speed type of Volcarona, because I can't let himself a Quiver Dance and then Giga Drain me, and 8 defense. This thing is my, like, the only switching I have on my team to Blastoise, and it takes about a little bit less than 50%, so I can Calm Mind, Rain Dance, Rest, or if I can just stack something off to Blastoise, which would be fine. So yeah, this thing can actually, if he doesn't bring Thunderous or Delmise, this thing can sweep him unless he has Roar Empoleon or Roar Blastoise. But this thing can really do a lot of damage to his team, and I'm hoping that it's going to be able to do something because, you know, it's Manaphizzle God. Then we got Hydrones, Rock Slide, Rap Spin, Gyro Ball, Stealth Rock. Enough attack investments guaranteed Oko Volcarona if it has no defense or no HP. Then Gyro Ball just for, like, you know, Tracheon, this thing. I would like Volt Switch for Empoleon and stuff, but, you know, I couldn't find the room on it. Rap Spin because I need the spin support because a little bit of Rock's weak. And then Stealth Rock because look at his team. He's got Empoleon and that thing and that. He has a lot of hazard removals, but Stealth Rock is the greatest move in the game because he has this thing. So with that, let's get into the game. He brings Mega Blastoise, Fundy Eye, Delmise, Umbreon, Terrakion, and Drapion. And what I see first off is I'm like, cool, he still doesn't have an immunity to Volt Switch. Why would anything change from that? But I'm like, cool, I'm gonna lead off with Rome Heat, just get Volt Switch off. He doesn't bring a Poem, which is amazing. He didn't bring Volcarona, which is huge. So I'm just gonna be able to lead off with Rome. Oh, he also didn't bring Gardevoir, which was super huge. So I'm just gonna be able to lead off with Rome Heat and hopefully just Volt Switch. But he ends up sending out his Terrakion. I'm like, oh geez, wait, if this thing's Scarfed, come on, this thing can't be Scarfed. This is his only rocker on his team. This thing can't be Scarfed. And if he Scarf Rocks, he probably wouldn't just Stone Edge me since I have Tangela as the 100% switching. So I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch and try to get some nice damage off. As I do, and it shows that he's not Scarfed, or he's a really slow Scarfer. And that does a sizable chunk. I calced after, so he has some weird amount of HP just because, you know, speed tiers on my team. I go out to the God Beef Dreams and look at that close combat. That's a crit, and that didn't even do half from a Life Orb Terrakion. Now I calced after, and it's weird. It's not adamant, and it's not max attack. So I'm thinking Jolly, but he doesn't have max attack. He's running some weird set. But I'm like, cool, Beef Dream's the god. I can just go for Giga Drain, even though he'll probably switch. I'm not going to risk this too early in the game to be making these plays. So I'm just going to go for Giga Drain. And we hit the Drapion. That actually does a sizable chunk, surprisingly. And it shows that he's leftovers. Probably just messed up, not bringing Black Sludge. But you know what, that's fine. I can switch out Beef Dreams out to Fortress, because Fortress, the god, should wall this thing, unless it has Fire Fang. But more likely bring Knockoff Poison, Jab, T-Spikes, and probably Pursuit. Just the Pursuit Trap, Reuniclus, because Reuniclus was a big threat up against his team. I'm really surprised I didn't bring it, honestly. But I decided other things were too valuable. And he ends up switching, showing me he doesn't have Fire Fang. And I can just get up these young Rockinators, which will be huge to get chip damage off. And he goes out to Robin Williams, the Thunderous. And I'm like, cool, I can't risk this thing setting up. I need to put him in range of fake out, either A, fake out for Mega Lopunny, or B, Scarf Roam Thunderbolt / Volt Switch. So I gotta go for the Rock Slide right here, as he does end up setting up a nasty plot. And I'm like, please connect this iDrone's S7, the god. Get off that nice amount of damage. And he's gonna knock me off with Thunderbolt. I swear, I wanted to go Rotom there so bad, but I was like, you know what, no. What if he busts out the Psychium Z and Oko's my Rotom? Then Fake Out doesn't kill, and I have to sack something else off to this to get in Lopunny. And I just want to kill this thing, so yeah. iDrones goes down. I'm gonna switch out back into my Flex Tape, and unfortunately he's now in range of Volt Switch, so I'm gonna go for Thunderbolt, even though it's super obvious and he's probably gonna switch. I'm gonna go for Thunderbolt, as he does end up actually just staying in, and I get to take out, which is great, which is freaking tastic for me. Now he's gonna send out his Delmise, and I'm like, cool, I got Tangela the god to wall this thing. If he goes for Rapid Spin, that's cool. I wish I had rocks up, but now that Thunderous is dead, the rocks aren't as important. So yeah, he goes for Anger Shot. That does absolutely nothing, showing me that he's not adamant, but he looks to be. Actually, he's adamant, but he's not max attack, something like that. And I knock his Assault Vest, which is amazing. As he goes for a Rapid Spin, I'm gonna be able to keep knocking off, because he really doesn't want to switch anything else into a knockoff. And I could go for Giga Drain on the Blastoise, which would be a big threat. And right here, I can just go for Synthesis. He also could be thinking that I don't have anything to recover with, but nah, your boy's got the Synthesis, since, you know, I didn't reveal that before. And I'm like, wait, if he lets me weaken this thing down, I might actually be able to do something with Manaphy, which would actually be amazing. So he just keeps standing, going for the anchor shots, and I'm just going to keep going for the knockoff. And I'm going to condition him to think, okay, after this turn, since I'm low enough, and last time I went for Synthesis, I'm going to go for knockoff here and try to catch something. Maybe the Umbreon, and maybe the Drapion. More than likely, Drapion I'll catch with this knockoff, as he does end up the switch, which is great, and he switches out to exactly where I was going to go. He goes Drapion, and I'm going to be able to knock him off, which is great. And knock off his leftovers, which is amazing. And now I can go Lopunny, because Lopunny is actually pretty expendable. I mean, it's not that expendable, but it's really the only thing that can take a hit. And I don't want Kieran Black's Choice Band getting knocked off, because Choice Band Kieran Black is a huge threat to his team. So I'm just gonna go out to Mega Lopunny, because I live any hit, and I could. And yeah, I live any hit, but he ends up going for the knockoff, which is completely fine with me. And I calc from that damage that he's not max attack, and he's barely any attack investment, if any. So I'm gonna be able to do is, I'm afraid of Protect on my high jump kick, so I'm gonna scout with a Fake Out, because Fake Out's just a free play. It does end up staying in, which is perfect, and he doesn't go for the Protect, so I get to him up with the fake out and do a little bit of chip damage. And now I'm gonna go for a return because number one, I'm still scared of protect, and number two, return 2 it KOs, so I'm not gonna risk high jump kick. Just gonna go for a return. Does a load of damage. Mega Low Point is such a huge threat. And ends up busting out the poison jab. It does absolutely nothing. I was kind of hoping for the poison, but you know what? I'm kind of glad I didn't. But now I can just go over to return again. If he goes out to that thing, then that's cool. But he ends up sacking his Domize, and I'm like, cool. Wait, can Manaphy sweep? If Blastoise doesn't have Roar, then Manaphy could just be able to win this. So he ends up going out to a Squirt and Nerfing, and I was like, okay, wait. If I go Manaphy, if I just sack this, go Manaphy, and set up a Calm Mind, just start setting up, I think I might be able to sweep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sack off Mega Lopunny because, yes, it's a big threat, but I need to get Manaphy in for free. So I'm just going to sack it because I'm thinking, alright, wait, I'm pretty sure Manaphy can just sweep from this point because there's really nothing he could have in the back to, like, just to surprise me. Because Umbreon doesn't get anything besides Taunt. And I have the Rain Dance Rest, so he can't poison me. So I'm going to go out to Manaphy, and I'm just going to set up Calm Mind. And hopefully he switches out, so I'm like, great, he doesn't have Roar. That's actually huge. So I go for Calm Mind, and he busts off the Umbreon. I'm like, perfect, this is Sap Fodder. Perfect Sap Fodder. He ends up going for Foul Play, does absolutely nothing. Then I'm going to be able to bust out the Rain Dance. No, I bust out the Calm Mind again because I need to get set up on this thing. And now I'm going to bust out the Rain Dance because if he goes Terrakion, I live any hit and I can get up a rest after Terrakion. So he goes for Foul Play. Right here I'm going to go for rest because from Jolly Max Attack, from a Jolly Sum Attack Terrakion, he can KO me from about 65%. Like, it's a roll, but he can't KO me. So I'm like, cool, I'm just going to play this safe. Going to go for a Calm Mind here. And he just keeps Foul Play and let me set up. And right here, I'm going to go for the Scald because I'm still in range to live anything from Terrakion. And I get a huge amount of damage off. And I get the burn, which is big because this Foul Play is going to do jack diddly. Which means Hydration is going to activate. He's going to take burn damage. He shows his leftovers, and I'm just going to be able to Scald again. And manaphizzle might just be able to end this man's career. So he's going to go out to his Terrakion. And I'm like, cool, I live any hit, just don't get a crit. But I end up to outspeed, so he must have been some weird speed, not expecting me to be max speed. Maybe he was speed creeping Manaphy, who was speed creeping Haxorus. So that probably could have been a speed, or maybe it wasn't. Either way, I outsped. He couldn't kill me with anything unless he got lucky and got a crit. So yeah. Now he's gonna bust out his Mega Blastoise, and I'm just gonna be able to Scald and get a large amount of damage off. 35%. That's big. Get the burn. I'm kind of mad that Manaphizzle getting these burns right now because I know later in the season when I'm actually gonna need them, Manaphizzle isn't gonna get the burns because that's how Manaphizzle works. But you know what? That's fine. As long as Manaphizzle can do the damn thing, I don't care if it doesn't get the hacks or not. And we kill Mega Blastoise, and then this thing's gonna come out and it's gonna die to Scald. So GG to Garrick and Manaphizzle, the freaking god. Who needs a Z move? Who needs a Z moves? Overrated. Actually, no, Z moves aren't overrated at all. But who needs them when you got lefties Manaphizzle? So yeah, with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.